Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're plunging into environmental stewardship and sustainability.
Hmm.
We're drawing insights from the IFMA Facility Management Learning System slides. Our mission, to kind of cut through the noise, give you a sharp, well-informed take on what it actually means for organizations, for facilities.
Hmm.
You might know the basics, sure, but we want to go a bit deeper. The why and the how.
Yeah, and what's really foundational here, the source points this out, is that core definition of sustainability. Development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. It's more than just going green, right? It's a profound long-range view. It changes how we even think about successful development.
Exactly. And it's not just for the bosses or the environmental team, is it? The IFA stuff makes a really strong point. Facility managers. Yeah, they often lead the charge. For the building, for the grounds. But the responsibility, it says it belongs to all users of a facility and its grounds. Everyone. That kind of shifts sustainability from just a policy to, like, the whole culture, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what does that mean for how people see a company?
Well, precisely. It means a company gets judged, increasingly so, not just on its products, or services, but on the real tangible care they show for their people, for the environment. And this holistic view, it leads us straight to a really crucial framework for actually doing sustainability. It's called the triple bottom line. Breaks it down into 3 bits, 3 pillars. They depend on each other. People, planet, profit, basically.
Okay, people, planet, profit. Let's break those down. So first, the social part. People. This is about how the facility impacts folks, right? Employees, suppliers, even the wider community. It measures like occupant well-being, making things healthier, safer, maybe even fostering some community spirit around the place. It's the human side. Sometimes we forget that when we talk green.
We do. It's easy to focus elsewhere.
Yeah.
Then you've got the environmental aspect. This is probably the one people know best, this pillar. It's about avoiding harm, first off, preserving resources, reducing the organization's footprint on the planet. And it's not just vague ideas, it gets specific. Managing consumption, using less stuff, reducing waste, maybe thinking circular economy, and crucially, cutting that carbon footprint. For FMs, that often means, tackling energy use, retrofits, smarter HVAC, maybe renewables.
Right, the tangible environmental actions. Which brings us to number 3, the economic measure. Profit or value. This looks at the value created, the bottom line. Lower operating costs, maybe boosting the asset value of the building. Long-term savings from being efficient. But hang on, that's not always easy, is it? How do you make the financial case? Some of this stuff costs a lot up front.
That's often the hurdle, the economic pillar. It forces you to think differently. Life cycle costing, not just what you pay today. So maybe you invest in super efficient windows or smart lighting. Costs more now, yes, but over 10, 20 years, utility bills drop, maintenance might go down. That boosts the building's income, makes the asset worth more. It's about showing that, doing good for the planet or people can actually be good for the business financially, too.
Ah, okay. So it's about finding that balance. You can't just focus on one pillar and ignore the others. You got to ask. Do the social benefits make up for the costs? Or will this green idea hurt how productive people are? Or can we actually make it boost productivity? It's that interplay, finding the sweet spot where all 3 people, planet, profit, work together, which raises a big question. Okay, there's the right thing to do argument, but what's the really compelling business case here? Why bother?
Well, the direct benefits are pretty clear, actually. You use fewer resources, that saves money directly, obvious win. You often see more innovation, teams get creative finding ways to meet these sustainability goals, and maybe less obvious, better employee productivity. Studies show this again and again, things like good air quality, natural light, people just work better, they're more engaged.
And the indirect stuff, that sounds important too.
Oh, definitely. Huge impact. Organizations get a real competitive edge. Why? Because customers, partners, investors, they're looking for sustainable businesses now, so that boosts your public image. And really importantly, employee satisfaction. People want to work for companies whose values match their own, helps keep good staff.
Right. Okay, so those are the upsides. What about the risks of, not doing this?
The risks are getting pretty serious. You've got potential legal trouble, liability for pollution, or just not keeping up with new regulations, which are getting tougher. Supply chains can get disrupted. Think resource scarcity, climate change impacts, if you haven't planned for that, problems. And then there's just major damage to your company's image. That can kill brand loyalty, scare off investors. These aren't just abstract worries anymore. They hit the bottom line, impact whether a company survives long term.
So this whole deep dive, it really gives you a solid grasp on how organizations are tackling this now. Environmental stewardship, sustainability, it's holistic. It's about blending care for people, the planet, and profit.
It's complex, yeah,
Yeah,
but
like
seems incredibly important. Absolutely. And if we just sort of connect this to the bigger picture for a second, think about how deeply embedded this triple bottom line idea is becoming and how companies are now judged on that care for people and planet right alongside their actual products or services. So the thought to leave you with is maybe, how might this bigger definition of sustainability really reshape what we even think of as a truly successful, truly resilient business in the years ahead? Something to think about.